Hey guys. Okay. Hey guys. This is Noah the Gamer 808 here, bringing you another Xbox update. In this video, we are going to be talking about the Xbox Series X, load time, game performance, and more. So, yeah. So, we got some interesting updates from the Xbox Series X. Everyone's been saying that the Xbox Series X is going to be the most powerful console compared to the PlayStation. So, yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of money, which is $500. So here's the load time. So this is where I'm going to show you guys what the load speed is like. So the load times, the most efficient of obvious improvement with existing games on the Xbox Series X, is massive changes to the load times. I noticed load times drop in pretty much every single game I tested over the past weeks. Games like Sea of Thieves, Warframe, Destiny 2 have the load times cut by up to a minute or more on the Xbox Series X. In Destiny 2, for example, I can now load into the planet in the game in around 30 seconds compared to the over a minute later on the Xbox One X. Nearly 2 minutes in total on a standard Xbox One. These improved load times are identical to my custom-built PC. That includes a fast NVMe SSD, and they generally transform how you play the game. You can get more quests and tasks done instead of sitting and looking at the planet loading. Oh wow. So yeah, here are the Xbox Series X load times. So look at the Xbox Series X comparison to the Xbox One X. Because on Warzone, you have to load into like 21 seconds. If you're on the Series X, you're going to get that less of a second to load in. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So I am pretty excited that you guys should choose an Xbox Series X over a PlayStation, because here's the thing. PlayStation does win the category of exclusive games over Xbox. But if you look at the PlayStation speed, it is less compared to the Xbox Series X load time speed and the speed of both consoles. So, and you look at Red Dead Redemption 2, you have to wait like a minute and 35 seconds, because that's how long the games take if you're on an Xbox One X. But the Series X, it's 52 seconds. Yeah, so if you look at all these games compared to the Xbox One X compared to the Series X is going to be the way better console than everyone thought it was going to be. So, only except this game, it's only going to take like a minute, but if you just look at these very top games, they're going to load a lot better on the Xbox Series X, because it's going to be a very powerful console that Xbox and Microsoft are working really hard towards. So I really see this making a comeback. So yeah. So Warframe and Sea of Thieves are equally impressive with their load times now. I can now open Warframe and the game is ready for play just 25 seconds later. The same load takes literally a minute longer on my Xbox One X. Sea of Thieves now loads to the menu screen in around 20 seconds with under 28 seconds to load into the session. On my Xbox One X, it takes a minute and 21 seconds to even load the game utility, and the other minute and 12 seconds to get into the game session. So yeah, if you were to really choose between a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox Series X, if you really want to have the load time, I would go for an Xbox Series X. Because that's what I'm going to get probably next year when I upgrade. Because right now I'm going to stick to my Xbox One, because I heard some of the next gen games will be on the Xbox One since it's backward compatibility. So yeah, but I will be getting an Xbox Series X because I do want to get that load time speed, because looking at these games, load time speeds, your better choice for load time speed would be the Xbox Series X. It is the better console that we thought about it. So, game performance here. Not only do games load faster, but in many cases they also feel a lot smoother. Destiny 2 is a great example of a game that was held back by the weaker CPU and the slow HDD in the Xbox One X. It is a title that hit native 4K previously, but the 6 teraflops of a GPU performance in the One X was bottlenecked by a laptop like a CPU and an old spinning hard disk. This meant the game was stuck on 30 FPS. Yep. So yep, if you run on an Xbox Series X, it's gonna be a lot better than the One X, because the One X was a next gen console, but it was not really strong enough how the Xbox Series X is going to be, is the Xbox Series X is going to be the most powerful console in the world. The PlayStation 5 is going to be the same thing too, but I think Xbox beats this category. I think the Series X is going to be the most powerful console that everyone's going to go for, because everyone wants that load time, that game performance. That's what everyone wants to see in a game. So I would probably, so here's the comparisons of which. So I think, okay, let's see. Let's look at the gameplay. Yeah, they do. I think the Series X is going to beat here on the Xbox One X, because they're both color comparisons going to be better compared to the Xbox One X. So I think that beats the category there. Quick resume. The Xbox One had the fastest resume feature to let you swap between games, but it felt like it never really worked properly, or games didn't support it. It could be more different. It couldn't be more different, or the Xbox Series X. Quick resume utilizes the S&D inside the Xbox Series X to let you swap between multiple games freely. It takes around 5 seconds to resume a game when you left off. I was able to switch between the 5 games easily. I even rebooted the Xbox Series X for an update, and all of the games still quickly resumed. Most games I tested worked flawlessly with a quick resume, but some aren't supported, titles like Sea of Thieves. That features a big multiplayer arena and don't work with the new feature. It makes sense though, since these games can quickly resume a live involving environment that changes every second. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much true. Because the Xbox Series X and the Xbox One, their load speeds were really slow. But with this next gen console for Xbox Series X, it's gonna be a lot faster compared to the Xbox One X and the Xbox One, because they had the slowest speed of quick resuming when you return to that game. But in Xbox Series X, you can it'll just take you where you left off in the game, which that's going to be absolutely better compared to the Xbox One and the Xbox One X. So I think Xbox is going to be better. The Series X, it's going to be better. Limited number of games you attempt to quickly resume. Really depend on which one you're using. So, yep. Just like how I said it. A faster Xbox, since I'm limited to talking about the backwards compatibility games, loading times, and quick resume. I'll have some further thoughts on the preview experience of the Xbox Series X soon. When I say it is that, the Xbox Series X felt like I was playing on a familiar Xbox that was a lot faster and more capable. Yep. True. Yep, and you can run to 120 FPS at the 4K resolution. It really depends. If I were this guy here, it really depends on what kind of TV you have. If it's a 4K, I think the new console will probably run. I think the games and the console on your TV, I think will run pretty much fine. But it really depends. It really depends on this situation here. But I really think the Xbox Series X is going to be the right console for you. In my opinion, some people might disagree on me here, but I think it's going to be the way better console. I really see it as it is. If you want that load time and that speed, so I really think the Xbox Series X is going to be right for you. So that's what I'm going to have. That's pretty much covered pretty much it of this article. What do you guys think about the Xbox Series X? Do you think this is going to be the next generation console, the better console that everyone thought they got wrong? Well, think again. But alrighty guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys definitely did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you would like to follow me on social media, I have a Facebook, an Instagram, Twitter. You can also join my Discord as well. Also, you can also follow me on Twitch. I stream 5 days a week on the platform. That will be in the link in the description below. Hope you guys definitely did enjoy this video. I will keep continuing making more. This is Noah the Gamer 808 here, signing off. You guys have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.